Buddy I used to work with, Malphus down in North Carolina, asked me this yesterday over text. He was checking out my channel. What's up, brother? And he said, what are your monthly goals? So I just wanted to get on here and talk about goals for a second. And I think it's real simple for someone that has a grinder mentality. Your monthly goal should be maxing out your pay plan every single day. Every pay plan is different, and I keep making comments about that. I really want to dig deeper into pay plans and have a video on that eventually in more detail, because there's so much variance in pay plans throughout the country, and my pay plan is totally different than your pay plan. But I think that every salesman should max out their pay plan regardless of what it is. If there's bonuses at 10 cars, 15 cars, and 20 cars, you should always set your goal at hitting your top tier and getting all the cash that is given out for hitting 20 cars. So my pay plan, it's based on units, and it also has a trade-in kicker in there too. So the more trade-ins you get, the higher percentage your percentage of commission goes up. 3 different points on 12 trades, 14 trades, 9 trades also. So every pay plan is different, but you need to max out your pay plan. I just really don't understand when people get into this business and then stay in this business when they're making $2 to $3 grand a month, even $4 to $5 grand a month. I just don't understand it, because you sacrifice so much time, and I think the biggest thing is you sacrifice Saturdays and a lot of Sundays too. And I mean, it's just so many hours that I just can't comprehend the mentality of someone who doesn't want to make a ton of money when they're in this business. It just doesn't make sense to me. So another goal that I set every month for myself is I try to have 1 car out every day for every day of the month. So I mean, your start is the biggest thing for the car business. So I always like to have 10 cars in 10 days, if not 15. So if I only have 15 cars and it's the 20th of the month, I'm 5 cars back, and I need to have a 3-car day to try to get caught up with the day of the month. So, but even bigger than that, I think that the simplest goal that you can have is sell a car every single time you come into the dealership. So I mean, I consider it a big fail if you don't put a deal on the board when you come into work. So I think that you should always try to sell 1 car every single time you come to work. If you don't, you're working for free and you're going home with nothing. So sell a car every time you come in, and things will work out well for you. Make a lot. I also like to make a sheet like this at the beginning of every month. It's really old-fashioned, but I'm an old-school salesman, and I like to make a tracking sheet like this, and you get to fill it in every time you sell a car. And this is what it starts to look like at the end of the month. And then I actually have another graph on the back, which is really cool. So those numbers represent gross profit, and that was a really good month right there. So it was huge. I'll put it that way. I don't know why it works, but it works. The point of the sheet is just basically to track your deals. It also makes it easy at the end of the month when you get your commission sheet and your washout and you're going over each deal, because you've been tracking them meticulously every single day. But it also keeps you focused on filling in more names and raising that bar of gross profit for the month. And just, I don't know why really it works, but it worked for me. I've had some huge months when I'm filling it out daily and concentrating on getting another deal, and so I can't wait to write a name and a gross profit and the information on the deal in there. And then it worked for a lot of my coworkers too. They started doing it, and it's like 3 of them that did it had huge months when they started tracking their deals on some silly little old-fashioned sheet like that. So I don't know why it works, but it works for me, and it works for some other people too. So